up, guys? This is Matt from Top Tier. I have awakened from my video making slumber. Today's a special day. Today we actually got trailer 2 for Metroid Dread. And this game just looks so good, I had to make a video about it. I'm still hyped from it. Today I'm kind of going to be doing like a deep dive analysis of the new trailer we got. This looks pretty badass, I have to say. If you're trying to avoid spoilers for this game, do not watch this video, and please, whatever you do, don't watch this trailer. There's a lot in this trailer. So if you don't want to be spoiled, please don't watch. I won't be offended, I promise. But anyways, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this. There is a lot to unpack in this trailer. I'm going to kind of go scene by scene and unpack, you know, what we see in this trailer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we have this this building right here, this archway that we see Samus in. We've seen it in other trailers as well. She steps out here. You can see her, she's in the Varia suit. You can see the remnants of the fusion suit underneath it, which is pretty badass. As she steps out over this epic looking scene here. You can see this kind of bridge here. This is beautiful over this chasm filled with water. And then, you know, notice at the other end of the bridge here, we see this Chozo warrior. You can see Samus pointing her cannon at him. But if you take a look at this guy, you can see that he's got a kind of a modified arm cannon himself. He's got like a badass, you know, arm cannon with a red aura there. He's got these badass looking garbs with like Hylian text on him. He's fully decked out in armor. Like, this guy means business right here. This guy's a warrior. I mean, he's got those glowing red eyes too with that helm on. He just looks badass. We got Metroid Dread here. It looks like in this kind of hieroglyph here, we have what looks to be the evil Chozo, as you can see with his massive arm cannon there. And we have, you know, what looks like his army, and then he's jumping kind of like all these other Chozo into a bottomless pit, and then there's more of his army on the other side. So that's kind of interesting. To see, and it kind of reminds me of the end, the glyphs in Samus Returns. Okay, so here's one of Samus's new abilities. You can kind of see her shoot over there and do like a fast dash, like you'd see kind of Symphony of the Night style, it looks like. So that's actually one of her new abilities in this game. Okay, you can see it again as she kind of dashes back quickly. See, there it is. She can dash back and forth. I think she can do it up to 3 times, which is pretty cool, from what I've learned so far. And you can see one of the new enemies down there. This is kind of a badass, like, jungle-looking area right here. Okay, so there's that evil Chozo again. He blasts Samus with his beam, as you can see, and it misses her, and it kind of takes out this this building, Dragon Ball Z style. So that's pretty badass. There he is again. This looks like to be one hell of a fight. Okay, so my boy Kraid is back at it again. Kraid confirmed, Metroid Dread, let's go. You can see him here. He's kind of, this is kind of a bad shot. You can see Samus there just like not giving a fuck. Anyways, yeah, here we go. So Kraid is kind of in these shackles here. This is really interesting, like if you look at these. So Kraid is kind of held back, and he's held against this wall here, completely tied to the shackles, which is interesting. But Kraid just looks great in this game, and this is one of the most badass scenes here. I'm gonna let you guys view this uninterrupted. So as you can see, Samus just kind of stands there nonchalantly and just charges her beam, and just stares Kraid down like she's seen this a million times before, like a badass beast of a woman that she is. The Samus we know and love, of course. So that was a really cool scene. I thought that was badass. Okay, so here we have a scene of the underwater level, the underwater area of the planet. You see Samus diving in here in the Varia suit, so it looks like she's probably held back, honestly. But you see her engaging one of these enemies. This looks like a kind of squid thing. This area looks very cool, I've got to say. This almost reminds me of Meridia in Super Metroid. You can see some glowing plants here in the background, and it looks dark and creepy, and just, yeah, I love the vibe of this area. This is going to be probably one of my favorite levels in the game, I can already tell. It just looks great. Much different from the rest of the planet. Very good job they did on this. Okay, so here's more of this jungle area. She's got her Varia suit on, as you can see in this, so it might be mid-game. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of this area looks pretty cool, honestly. It looks just like Brinstar, or how I imagine Brinstar. Okay, so here's another interesting scene. She's got the ice missile, as you can see, from Fusion, which maybe there's no ice beam, maybe it's just that ice missile again, where she's taking out an enemy right here and freezing it. Okay, so here's like the boost ball. Looks like she boosted over that little chasm there. There it is again. So here's her fighting with that Chozo warrior again. This guy's just a unit, he's completely decked out, he's got like this armor, her beam is doing nothing to this beast. So he kinda, yeah, there we go. Okay, so here's something cool. The grapple beam is back, which we already knew before, but it's kind of cool to see the grapple beam used in a more traditional sense here. She's using it just to get up to the upper ledge there, and to get into the, it looks like another Emmy area is up here, so that's kind of interesting as well. But yeah, cool scene here. I love the grapple beam. So she's using it to jump onto these spider ledges here. That's pretty cool. And then here she's using it like she did in Samus Returns to pull down this object in the background, as you can see. So here's a cool shot. You see Samus in the room here with all, I don't know what these are, if these are security cameras or whatnot, but this is pretty cool. And you also see a Chozo warrior over here. I don't know if he's dead or alive, but this is just a badass looking shot. Okay, so here's another cool one from Metroid Prime 2, the, I forgot what it's called, but I think this is called the Storm Missile, and this makes a return in this game, so check this out. As you can see, it works kind of how it does in Metroid Prime 2, where you just kind of aim at the target and then it locks onto it, and you can fire all the missiles at once, so pretty badass. I'm so glad this is making a return from Prime. And you can see here in this shot, Samus fires a super missile at the Chozo warrior, just bounces off him like it's nothing. Here's kind of the Itachi Uchiha choke scene here, where he just grabs Samus like she's a bitch. Okay, so this is interesting here. It looks like we have a, what appears to be a Torizo, I believe. It's kind of one of those Chozo warriors. You can see it comes to life, and there he is doing a flip over Samus. He's got a spear, and he's gonna just kind of stab that in the ground. You can see Samus using her new abilities to kind of counter, outmaneuver him. Okay, so here, another fan favorite is back. This Shine Spark is back in this game, which is really hype. Check this out. Okay, so here we have an interesting scene. This looks like it's later in the game, if you ask me. And the reason I say that is because Samus has on the gravity suit. Not only that, but she has a screw attack as well, which is always a late game item. That, and she has quite a few health tanks and 200 missiles. So that tells me that this is definitely a later game area. But it almost reminds me of that one in Prime 2, Sanctuary Fortress is what it looks like. Pretty cool scene here. So the screw attack is back in full force. Some more combat scenes. Looks to be later in the game. Here she is about to get blasted by that Chozo warrior, about to get smoked. Here's an interesting scene here with Kraid. He's got this abscess or sore. It looks like it might be a weak spot. But this also looks like it might be Kraid's death scene. As you can see, Samus climbing up Kraid to give him the coup de grace, as you can see. But yeah, he's definitely shackled down and held back by these restraints. I'm so hyped that Kraid's in this too. I'm happy Kraid's back. I prefer Kraid over Ridley any day. Here's the golden Torizo enemy. Later in the game, it looks like she's got the gravity suit on. You know, just like in Super Metroid, how towards the end when you get to Ridley's lair, you fight the golden Torizo. The golden Torizo looks to be a late game boss in this game as well, which is interesting. You see a fight scene with it. And then you see the Chozo warrior again, about to smoke Samus. If you pay attention, you can hear the fusion music playing in the background. You can see Samus kind of begging for her life there, and you know, this is gonna be her last moment. But then all of a sudden she kind of goes Super Saiyan and gets this kind of unknown power, and this pink aura surrounds her that looks kind of similar to what the Chozo warrior has actually. So this is really an interesting scene. And you can this kind of almost reminds me of SAX when you see through the visor like that. It's pretty cool. And so that's where the trailer cuts out anyways, but yeah, there we go, Metroid Dread. This game just looks better and better, honestly. I cannot wait for this game. Day one buy for me. I hope this game does well. My prediction is that the game will probably sell pretty well. I'm gonna say probably around 3 million units would be idea. But man, this game just looks so badass. I'm hyped for it. Hopefully you guys are hyped for it as well. But yeah, let me know if you guys are ready for Metroid Dread down in the comments below. Let me know also if you've been playing some of the older Metroid games to catch up, and what games those are. And yeah, be sure to check out my Metroid tier list video as well. That's a good one. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this trailer. I'm really hyped for Metroid Dread. I just cannot wait for this one. This game looks so kick-ass. This might actually be one of this might be the best 2D Metroid, and that's what I'm hoping for. Just judging by what it looks like right now. So anyways, alright, that's it for me guys. I'm out. Peace.